All of you type present again. Yes, good morning. And see, we were discussing this, and in yesterday's program, I have added one more line, that is, if you wanted to see all the information, that time you will be using select asterisk from table name. Okay, once this is done, then in my cursor you will be with my cursor you will be using this function fetch all. There are three types of function: fetch all, fetch many, and fetch one. Okay, so if you are using fetch all, it means all the records you wanted to fetch from the cursor part. Okay, once it is installed, once it is fetched, you are going to store it in any variable. So suppose I am storing it in my result. So now I will display you what we are having in the my result. Actually, you will be having complete table. So first we will check that. So you can see that how the information is shown to you. That is in the form of list, and inside the list in the form of tuple. So what we need to do is we need to fetch this. We have to run the loop till the time we are getting end of this, and then we have to display all the information. So therefore we are going to run the loop for this. Now how to run the loop? Okay, so for that,
Yes, ma'am.
now for that particular thing, I'm changing my statement so that you should know what is the reason. Because it was in the form of list, and list was having all the tuples. Now I'm going to fetch every tuple one by one. So how to fetch tuple? For I in, then I can write my result only. My result means whatever is this name, variable name. Okay. So what you will be getting, each tuple you will be getting separately. So now I'm going to print each tuple separately. Okay, now what will happen with this statement? If I'm going to execute this, you can see. Now you see, at least you will feel that this is more systematic. But now again over here, my information is not so proper. Not so proper means still it is there in the form of a tuple, and I wanted to fetch each record separately. Okay, if I wanted to fetch each record, so in that particular case, what I can do, I can take each value separately. Okay, now how to get each value separately? You can simply write, see, it was the tuple. Let me show you that output screen again. See, it is the tuple, and you know this is the 0 index, first index, second index, and third index. So total from 0 till 4 index you are having the information. So what I'm going to do now, I can print something like this: I of 0, comma, I of 1. We will see what we are going to get. See, we have so many varieties. We are checking all these one by one. I of 2, and then I of 3. Okay, suppose if we are going to have like this, then we are checking that how it is going to work. Now you can see it is more perfect. It means if you wanted to fetch the record value by value or data by individual value, in that particular case, you are going to write like this. I hope up to here it is clear. Anyone, any doubt with this? Because ultimately we are going to use these all things continuously. Anyone, any doubt? We are using loop. The reason is because multiple records are there, and if you have multiple records, in that particular case, we need to run the loop. Without loop, I have already shown to you that how the information will come. Suppose I'm not using loop. Again, I'm repeating my statement. If I'm going to write simply like this, my result, it will show you complete list, not in the proper manner. Okay, now it is up to you how you want the information. See, without loop, you will be getting information like this. It is something like this. And so it is not the proper format actually. Clear? Why we are running the loop? Disha? Okay. So therefore, we are running the loop so that we can get the information one by one. Okay, that is the first thing. Now the next thing is, suppose we want the value from the user. Now I'm going to make few more changes in this. See, what we have done in this complete program, everything we are assuming from our side. Assuming for our side means we are assuming that these all are only the value part. Then we are assuming that this is name has to be Jack only. Here name has to be Harry only. है ना? But in real world, it is not like that. In real world, what we are having is that the informations are given by the user. So now we are going to do that how we will be asking the information from the user and then how it is going to work. Okay. For we will discuss for delete first. Now suppose again I wanted to delete, but I wanted to delete on the basis of, let me show you in multiple lines so that student where, actually it is visible to all of you, therefore I am using this. Okay, now the next thing is I wanted to delete, but this time I want the information from the user. Means this name actually I want from the user. Now how I'm going to do this? See, now I will divide my cursor dot execute into two parts. Basically, this function, execute function, needs either one argument or two argument. First is you give this value directly, or what you can do, you can create one SQL variable, means where you are going to write your SQL commands. I'm simply cutting this and pasting this. Try to understand properly that this is my command. So this is what I'm passing over here, SQL. Now what I can do, wherever I want information from the user, for example, this name I want from the user. So instead of giving this value directly, I can give here %s. Okay, %s means any string value. And what is that string value that I will ask from the user? For example, first I'm asking n is equal to, then I'm asking from the user input, then enter name to be deleted. Okay, and this time we will check for James, Hannah, Ronald, Ron, anyone we can delete now. So we will check that how it is going to work. Now see, user will give the name will be stored in n, or instead of n we can say it is the value part. I am taking those variables which we are going to use in future as per our requirement. So all the values you will be taking in the value variable. Sorry, this you can take in any variable. Then after this you have to create one tuple. Okay, why that tuple? Because this is the rule that in execute you can pass SQL query comma the tuple part. Okay, so to make it as a tuple we have to write comma. I suppose all of you know if you will write without comma then it will be not a tuple. So to make it tuple, after a single value also you have to write comma. If multiple values are there, they have to be separated by comma only. Okay. So in execute function, two values you are going to pass. First is SQL comma the value part. That's it. Okay. So it means I am giving the command that this is my SQL query and this is the value that I wanted to give. Now if I will execute this program. Now enter the name to be deleted. Suppose I am giving here Ron. So you can see that the first record has been deleted, that is Ron. I am executing the same statement. Now see, completely it is based on user's choice. Now it is asking the name. I am giving Ronald. Now you can see this time it has deleted Ronald, not Ron. Okay, similarly, if I will run this command again, so now see it is completely based on user's choice. James I am giving. So it is going to delete James this time. You can see fourth record has been deleted from here. Okay, now the same thing we are going to do with the update also. Now what is that thing? You can separate out these all like this. Okay, now same thing with update. Update means again we will be asking the name from the user. So n is equal to I'm just copying and pasting this. Enter the new name to be updated. And then I have to ask the old name also. New name means I am writing NN and old name ON. Okay? ON means old name is equal to, then again I am asking from the user, enter the old name to be removed, something like that. Now see, then after this, now you can compare from here. Then first we have to take all the values from the user. After that we need to write SQL command. Now my SQL command will be SQL is equal to this update query I will be writing. So this update query I am writing in triple quotes so that it will be visible to you on the screen. So see, it is update stu set. Then after set, I'm writing something like this: update stu. Then set name is equal to, now see, name is equal to, I will be asking from the user. So it is percentage s, means whatever information I will be asking from user, or it is in another variable I will be asking, I will be writing percentage s in that particular case. Okay, then where name is equal to, again percentage s, because this also I'm asking from the user, this I don't want. Then after this I need to close my SQL query. Now you can see that what we have done after this, we have created the tuple of values part. So for creating tuple of values part, VAL is equal to, now see, you have to take the sequence over here. First you wanted to write old name, no, this is new name, and this is old name. So sequence has to be proper. It means first new name, comma, then old name. Okay, means first value for first percentage s, second value for second percentage s. If you have 5% s over here, then you have to create tuple of 5 values. Then in execute, again you have to pass two things. First is your SQL command, second one is your value part, that's it. Now if I will run this, you can see, enter name to be deleted. Suppose I'm deleting Ron. Okay, then it is asking enter name to be updated. Now see, we will update James. See, remember, this is not at all perfect, but what we are understanding is that how we are going to use all these codes. Later on, these all codes we will be using again and again. Fine, James. Then, sorry, I have, acha chalo theek hai, James and Jack I wanted to change as. So you can see that Jack is also changed to James and Ron has been deleted from here. Now let me know if you have any query. See, because ultimately when you are going to make the this thing programs, in that particular case, everything you will be asking from user. Even this insert command, all these 1, 2, 3, 4 information you will be asking from the user only. If anyone is having any doubt, then you let me know. Okay. Now see, the most important part is if you will not do practice, you will not understand. So I am constantly repeating that you have to do practice. What I came to know is like only 2 students has done practice and remaining all of you have not done practice. So today, again, I am giving you time for doing this practice. If you will not do practice, see, we will complete this topic within 2 days and then I'll give you the project. Okay, so therefore it is compulsory that you have to do practice, more and more practice of this. Try to understand that you need to do practice of this first. Fine, without practice, we are simply taking the class which is of no use. Yes, any doubt? Okay. Okay, then what you have to do today, you do practice of all these, delete, then update, select, and your homework will be try to do make this insert query by asking the information from the user only. Okay, if you will be able to complete this, then you have to show me that answer also, that how you have done this. Again, I'm repeating, like for 4-5 informations are there. No, try to do ask this value also from the user and then try to do this. Okay, then we will continue later on. Good day, all of you.